Hi everyone. This video presents the result of my process for exploring the potential of Python and its testing framework Pytest with Selenium WebDriver for automation testing process on a website. The first automation script is a navigation routine that selects a specific product in the demo website. This automation uses the page object model and navigates through all the necessary pages to complete a purchase in a demo e-commerce site. The final step of this test is reaching the thank you page. If this page is load successfully, the assertion is positive and the test case passes. We can see now in that moment that he's completing all the necessary information to do the purchase. And finally, it gets the thank you page, so they are surpassed. The second script is a test suite with several test cases, and they are executed to validate possible message um, on the user creation script. The first one is to test check the negative message when the user exists. He gave the result, so he passed the test case. The second is to check the positive message or screen when the user is created successfully. In this example, it fails because the user is already created. So it fails. Then the third one, and the three next test cases are checking the negative message with the user when the first or last name are longer than the expected. I create a routine to generate strings long than the given length. So for that reason, it fails in those test cases. It generates the first name long that 300 characters, that this is the maximum for this website. This is for the last name. It passed because it got the message that the last name is longer. So then there is the test case to check if the email is now in the correct format. So I got the error, so pass because it's the message that they expected, the automation expected. Then is to check the strength for the password. This is weak, so it passed for that. This is positive when the password is strength strong. And this one is to verify that the password confirmation is different. So it fails. When it finishes execute the suite, he says that test cases pass and one fail. The last suite that I execute use data-driven testing (DDT) to read all the input data from one Excel file and write the test result back in the same file. Additionally, a alert report server was activated when I execute the test automation. When the alert server is deployed, the test case suite can be reviewed in an interactive interface. All the test cases are shown in a graphical interface, step by step, and even screenshots of there are deployed. Like we can see now here, all the test cases, this one failed. In the third down, I can see what is the fail is because the user already existed when he tried to create a new user. And for all the test cases, I can see the step by step, the all the steps that was executed. I put some specific parts in the script that I want to take the picture, the screenshot in that moment. So Allure is very interactive and easier to see all the test result. On my GitHub, I have all the code that I developed for this project. This is my Notion website where I documented all the process. In the first session, I explained how to create a isolated Python environment for the project, how to download and install the browsers for the driver, how to set up Pytest, PyCharm, that is the environment that I use for develop the project, and how to use Git and GitHub for the version control in that project. And next, I cover one of the trickiest part of the automation for me is finding locators. I documented how to identify the locator, one of the most complex elements in the website, with Hello Google Chrome's plugins and logical connectors. I create a dynamic locator for that, so this process is all documented here. After that, I explain a useful helper class that abstract common operations in Selenium WebDriver, such as opening the browser, clicking elements, inputting tests, select drum downs, options, so on. Subsequently, I detail each class for the project, uh, for the page object model used for Magento website. As well, I discuss how Pytest execute the test scripts and describe how the test scripts was implemented in the project. Also, I cover the install for Allure, how to install it, how to set up and generate the HTML reports, and how to add in the screenshots, and finally, how the DDT was implemented in the library that I used in the project. This project doesn't aim to invent anything new, but is based on the idea of creating a reference, a kind of wiki that I can check if in the future I will work on projects like this, or also serves as a support for someone starting with that kind of testing, Python and Selenium. I will continue to share more useful information as I learn, and I plan to break down and expand some topics on this documentation to make them easier to understand. That's all for now. Thank you for your attention. Feel free to download it and explore it, and don't hesitate to reach out if you like to discuss it further. Thanks.